What's up, guys? Let me know when you can see me. Get some water here. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you scroll down and smash that like button. I do appreciate it. And let's see what's going on. You guys know my bigger picture. Let's go into the smaller time frame. There's the 4 hour. Look at this as a possible reversal triangle, but if we do pop to the upside, that would be breaking 37.5. We could be headed up to that $40,000 range. Break to the downside around 34.1 is what I'm looking for. Let's get that stuff off there now. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Thanks for all of you that joined in on the BitBoy show. At least we had some not so perma-bowl people on there. It was interesting. What's up, guys? Cody, Liberator, Jason, Dizatara. I don't know how to say your name, brother. El Diablo, what's up? Ken. All right, guys. So right now it looks like we're trying to get support on top of the EMAs on the 1 hour. Do we see any divergence? Not really. There was some bullish divergence here that looks like it has played out. Let me check one more thing. If you guys noticed, when I was on BitBoy, I kept looking over here. I was actually in a trade. I'm still in. So that's what I was doing. In case you guys were wondering, I apologize to the BitBoy channel. But I had to keep an eye on it. So anyways, how is everyone doing? Let's go to the smaller time frame. Let's go all the way down to the 15-minute and see if we see anything there. We did have some bearish divergence here. I actually exaggerate. No, it was bearish. I guess we didn't. Thought we had a little bit higher highs there. Actually, yeah, these are right about even. That is divergence. That is, I can't think right now, exaggerated divergence, where our highs are the same up here, lower in the RSI. And for those of you that are trying to learn divergence, if you'd like one of these mouse pads, my wife does make them. It has the divergence cheat sheet on it. You can check them out on her webpage, inkyourimage.com. There's a link down below. I'll actually throw one in the chat here. There you go. So we talked about this yesterday. Let's actually pull up Ethereum. This is the big deal for me. We're breaking down, obviously. I told you yesterday, if this 21 EMA broke the 55, that was a sell signal. If we opened and closed a candle underneath the 8, which we didn't, still a sell signal. I think we're getting that now. The first place of support for Ethereum is going to be right around here, the 1940 range. And let's see. Pull this up a little bit. And our target's down a little bit, right around, it's between between 1,000 and 1,200 is my target for Ethereum. I know a lot of people probably don't want to hear that, but that is what I'm seeing. If we break this 200 EMA, and that's around the 1950 range, right in there, we're not creating any divergence here. Let's look at the daily on Bitcoin again. We were talking about that for the last few days. Again, everybody's getting extremely bullish on every little pump, but if you look at what's going on here, these pumps are absolutely nothing. Zoom out, guys. Get out of them little time frames. They'll get you wrecked. We talked about this yesterday. I'm going to put this back on here. This whole thing is hidden bearish divergence. You can see we're making higher highs in the RSI, lower highs in the price action. But even these last two highs here, we made a little bit higher high yesterday and lower highs here. So that was hidden bearish divergence. It does seem like this is going to play out, guys, unless we can get above the 38,000 range and get support there. Otherwise, I see us falling down further. We may get, this may end badly. And like I have been talking about, there is my idea still since May when I drew this in. Once we topped at 2 here, I drew this in as this would be wave 4, which it's still playing out. Let's put in, if we go from the swing high right here on wave 2, back down to the bottom of wave 3, and then go up here. This would be the 0.618 at 23.4. The next range would be around the 786 at about 17.5. We do have another one right here around 26.1. I do think we're still going to go down to the mid 20s before we get this relief rally. For those of you that watch the channel, you understand what I'm saying. And here is Bitcoin on the left, Ethereum in the middle, and Litecoin on the daily. Litecoin's looking pretty damn bearish. Everything's bearish with the EMAs, guys. There's no two ways about it. It's not looking good. The only way I see this going up is just because everyone gets bearish. It's possible it could happen, but yeah. And remember, wave 4 could go all the way back up to this range as long as it doesn't cross 47,100 before coming down to these lows. Once it comes down to these lows, then it can cross it, because we would have had our 5 waves down, making the A wave. Then we'll get 3 waves up, making the B wave, and 5 waves back down. The beginning of next year, the low. Unless we break this green line here, that will change it. That could set us off to new all-time highs. Don't forget, guys, go down, smash the robots. I'd appreciate it. And Cocodano, yes, I am a robot. Thank you. I think all the newies in crypto over the past few years, I seriously don't think it will go to the low 20s. I think with all the newbies, you don't think it'll go to the low 20s, huh? We'll see. It may not, but I'm betting it does. Let's see what else we got here. These are our Fibonacci levels for coming down. 27.2 should give us a bounce if we get down to this range at least. But of course, breaking that, next stop is 25. And after that, 16.9. And this 9,500 high volume node, I do believe we'll probably see that next year. Again, unless we get up to new all-time highs this year, which I don't think is likely, unless we pass this green line. If we do, then I think we could see the mid 70,000s. Volume is so low. Last time the volume was this low was BTC around 2,200. No volume, no pump. Volume can come in an instant. All it's got to do is cross the right support or resistance, and volume will come. Big short squeeze weekend. It could be Allen, but I think we're more than likely to see a big long squeeze this weekend. Again, just look at this hidden bearish divergence, guys. And hidden divergence is extremely strong. Hidden divergence is extremely strong when following the trend. And hidden divergence is a continuation of the trend, and the trend is down. So what I think is happening here is the RSI is resetting for another huge move down. So be cautious, be careful, and be aware. There are only super small volume, no nodes between where we are now and 20K. Yeah, if we make it all the way to 20K, guys, I don't think 20K will hold. If that's the case, we could just be doing this. We could just get one of these classic market cheat sheet right there, guys. We could be in the complacency zone. Or actually, that could have been wave 2, and we're just getting this now. This would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it doesn't really work out. You shouldn't have 5 waves down like that. It should be correction waves. But, yeah, we could be... This could get very, very ugly. And if you guys been paying attention, been talking about the Dow, this huge... bearish divergence here, massive, and that is on the daily on the Dow Jones. I believe you can see it all the way up to the weekly. Let's see. Yes, you can see it in the weekly too. That is bad news. Gold still ugly, silver still ugly. XRP looking for 50. Well, let's give it a little bit more. 56 or 57. If that breaks, we're looking to go back down to about 25 cents. It does seem to be making a head and shoulders here. for those of you that are XRP fans, be very careful. The daily RSI is making a head and shoulders pattern here, or bear flag pattern. It is ugly. That's what I've been saying. We are in anxiety or denial. Right. It's this could be getting extremely ugly, guys. Yeah, please smash the likes, guys. If you don't know how, I will show you how. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I think I'll be able to finish my studio and at least get it set up tomorrow. I've still got a week before I get my desk and stuff, but I can always use the desk I'm using now. But I should have the new studio hopefully together by tomorrow. It's possible, but this just doesn't look good. There's no two ways about it, guys. Does not look good. Usman, thank you, man. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you, Savvy. Your TA is real. I love it. Well, I appreciate your support, man. Let's go into the monthly. The funny thing is about the monthly is, look at this on these two peaks right here. We're making lower low or lower highs and major higher highs here. That is some serious bearish divergence on the monthly. That's why I'm not a Bitcoin fan, Maestro. Yeah, I talked to Tom Crown. We tweeted back and forth a little bit. I think we'll probably be doing a collaboration. I'm also going to be doing one with Epic Sam. If you guys haven't checked out his YouTube, definitely go check it out. Thanks, Karen. But anyway, that's the monthly, and let's look at the 12 months. That is ugly. That is very, very, very ugly. One thing I want to discuss, put one if you think the El Salvador news is really huge news and it's going to pump the price. I really am curious to see what you guys think. So type 1 if you think it is, type 2 if you don't think it's just BS. Or it just really doesn't mean that much, I guess. Lionel, I did do collaborations, not with BitBoy himself, but on the channel. Small pump up again. Two. There's some ones in there. We got a mixture of people. So there's people that think it is. Well, I'm going to give you my opinion on it. Here's my take on it. So a legal tender, right? Legal tender basically means you can, purchase and it's accepted for taxes and whatnot. Well, let's take a look at, do you know what the GDP of El Salvador is? It is 27 billion. So $27 billion circulating, right? Ohio accepts crypto and has since 2018, and that's just a state, accepts crypto to pay your taxes. So basically it's accepted in the state of Ohio as legal tender, and they have $656 billion GDP. And if you take a small state like Maine, it's 67 billion. So really, I mean, that's not that big of a deal, guys. I hate to say that. I don't want to make make it sound horrible, but that just goes to show you how the Bitcoin community will try to make everything sound so much bigger than it is, like with Elon. And then everybody turned on him in a heartbeat when he, wasn't the Bitcoin savior anymore. And I'm sure the same will happen to Saylor when he has to announce he capitulated. Will probably be towards the end of this year, if I had to guess. Maybe it'll never happen, but it's definitely a possibility. So let's see what we got going. Bitcoin SV, remember this. That'll never be anything. Lewis, welcome to the channel. El Salvador is just the beginning. Yeah, in the beginning of way long time from now. I mean, a long, long time. Like I said, I do believe we're going to be going into a bear market. Well, we are in a bear market in my... Hey, Savvy, what's your take on Crypto Blood's comment on BitBoy's show that we would go to 40K before we head down to 20? I mean, it's a possibility. We could go up all the way, like I said, as long as we don't cross 47,100, we could get a fake pump all the way up to that range before coming down, and that still would not invalidate this count here. A wave 4 can go all the way up to 47,000 as long as it don't break 47.1 before coming down here. Once it comes down to the mid-20s, then it can go ahead and bounce up here, and I think that would be B wave. If you're familiar with Elliott wave, this big wave here would be A. This is a correction wave. I mean, it's 5 waves, and then B is 3 waves, and then C would be 5 more waves down. This here is where everybody's going to get super bullish. You're going to hear all kinds of bullish news, and people are going to be suckering people in like crazy. But again, if we cross the green line, I'm wrong. Baxter, thanks for the support, man. I appreciate it. Maybe Bitcoin has no future, but also the dollar. I think the dollar will pump when the markets crash. It always does. It's the only thing that goes up when the markets crash. No, we ain't, bro. Bear market 37,000, and he thinks bear. Look where we were last year at this time. You sound like a lot of people sounded in 2017 after we got to 20,000, and then, you know, all the way down. We'll never go below 10,000. We blew through 10,000. We'll never go below 7,000. Blew through 7,000. 5,000 or 6,000 is going to hold, and we bounced on it for a year and then broke through. So if you guys are new here, be careful, man. A lot of these guys that don't understand charts and they just talk about the fundamentals, there's really, I hate to say it, in all honesty, this is still 100% pure speculation still to this day. Pure speculation. There's no guarantee. I think Bitcoin's going to make it eventually in the future. I really do. But there is a possibility it doesn't. And you need to take that into consideration. If you don't, it could get you in trouble if things don't turn out the way people are guaranteeing it. There are no guarantees. None. Do you think the NASDAQ is next to be in the bear market? I do think the thing that I think they may have one more rally. I think we're going to dump for a while. And if this B wave happens, I think the other markets will rally too for a while. But as you guys know, I'm looking for this to bottom out here by the end of this month, sometime the end of this month, maybe the beginning of July, but I don't think it'll go that long. I think within the next couple weeks here, we'll hit this bottom and bounce up. And remember, B wave, I think we'll top out up here at August or September, somewhere in that time. So it'll be a, you know, like I said, a 3-wave structure up. But this does not have to happen either. If something bad happens and the markets really start to crash hard, Bitcoin is never going to be able to hold up. Bitcoin has only seen traditional bull market. That's all it's ever seen, and it still took 80 to 90% corrections during that bull market. It was created after 2008. It was released, so all it has seen is a bull run since then. And you've seen what happened last year in March 2020 when the stock market crashed. Bitcoin did not even come close to holding up. And for people to think that it's going to hold up if the markets crash, it's not. It won't. Gold doesn't hold up. Silver doesn't hold up. Bitcoin is a high-risk asset. It will not hold up if the traditional markets crash, guys. So keep an eye on the traditional markets. Kevin said, I don't even think it will bounce to 50K after the push down and B wave up, brother. Sorry, not going to happen. Analyzing the 2017 denial phase, which is what we're in right now. It won't make, yeah, it may not. Like I said, if traditional markets don't get some kind of bounce, Bitcoin's not going to be able to bounce. This, I am still going to watch because I will look for a long. If it doesn't play out, oh well, but if it does, it'll be great. But if we do get this bounce, I'll be shorting the hell out of it between 50,000 and 55,000. And maybe it may only get to 47,000 after this bounce. We'll see. B wave doesn't have to go exactly anywhere. Let me show you. Let me put the fib retracements on there. So put the fib retracements on there. If it was to bounce here, the 0.618 would be all the way down to around 49,000. So again, I was just looking at this green line here, looking for a possible retest of that, but we don't have to go that high. But no matter what, if we get down here, I think I'm going to take a long. I'll be watching the fibs closely. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I'll let you guys know what I'm seeing as it plays out, if it plays out. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity here. If you guys are interested in trading, check out my links down below. PHEMEX. Great bonus on there by using my promo code SAVVY50. You get 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus to use towards your margin. So if you put in 1 Bitcoin, you get a half a Bitcoin to use towards your margin. Savvy25 will get you 25% off your fees. You can use both of them. They're both good for 30 days. And when they wear out, you can just use another email and sign right back up, because all you need is an email on PHEMEX. Definitely take advantage of those if you are interested in trading. There's also a $1,600 bonus on the BYBIT link below. For those of you that are into altcoins, I have Gate.io and Binance down there. I'm not real big into the altcoins, but I know a lot of people are. Other dumps are coming too sooner. So what? Does PHEMEX not allow fiat deposits or to fund account? I don't use PHEMEX, so I'm not real familiar with them. PHEMEX, you can use USDT to fund your account. You can use USDC or Bitcoin, or Litecoin, Ethereum, any of that stuff. What did Kenny say? Kenny said America has very high inflation. Of course, they're scaring everyone out of the dollar. So when they dump the markets, they can go into the dollar, which is a safe haven. Seen this all before, guys. Look back at the 80s. Kevin M. Savvy, you're one of the best YouTubers on here, brother, for real. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. BTC dominance is at 45. Inkin, hey, Savvy, can you tell the RSI values you use? Checking the 4 hour. Yeah, the RSI, just use it's just default 14. So the RSI, you just go into the settings, make sure it's on default, which should be 14, and it just goes by the last 14 candles on whatever time frame you're on. What are the signals we should watch in the coming 2 days? I'll break out of this range. I've made that. Where is it at? Right here, this green range, which we're in again. If we go below 34,350 again, I think that's pretty much a sign we're going to head back down to the mid-20s after that. But like I said, I'm looking for that, and I've been saying it the whole time, somewhere in the end of this month to bottom out down there. Welcome to the channel, Warren. Crypto is the new gold. Man, this feels a lot like 2018. Okay, Noel, I appreciate you too, man. And thanks, Ankit. Mike Hill, Savvy, can I get your thoughts on KuCoin for the US customer? I have not used KuCoin. So if I haven't used something, I'm not gonna, tell you that I have or suggest anything. All the links down below are things I use. This is the dollar overlaid on the Bitcoin chart. For those of you that haven't seen it, thought I'd pull this up. But if you see this trend line right across the bottom here, you see when the when the dollar bottoms, Bitcoin tops. When the dollar tops, Bitcoin bottoms. When the dollar bottoms, Bitcoin tops. Here the dollar topped, Bitcoin bottomed. Here the dollar bottomed, Bitcoin topped. That's another thing that tells me we're in a bear market, in my opinion. DXY is up. Of course it is. Because the markets are down. When the markets go down, the dollar rises. I've showed you guys this. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to show you again. Let's go to the Dow Jones. For those of you that haven't seen it, and for those of you that have, we're going to go over it anyway. And also I want to show you, check out this right here, these higher lows in the weekly, or higher lows. I'm tired. Higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI, bearish divergence in the weekly on the Dow. Now, let's look at 2008. Here's 2008. The Dow dropped 55% in 2008, this drop. And what did gold do? Let's look at what gold did. Everybody always says hedge gold, hedge Bitcoin. Well, let's take a look at what gold did. Guys, they tell you where they want you to put your money. They don't tell you where you should put your money. Gold dropped 35%, 2008. Silver. What did silver do? And they always make people fear the dollar, but yet they go to the dollar. That's why, buy the fear. They talk about it all the time, but nobody wants to say that about the dollar. Here's silver. 61% correction on silver in the 2008 drop. But what did DXY do? DXY is the only thing that rose, guys. You need to understand that. I don't care what they're saying about inflation and none of that crap. This is what happens. They scare you out of the dollar. They get into the dollar. So they scare you out of the dollar, so you get into gold, silver, Bitcoin, whatever stocks in the stock market, and they jump out of them, dump them on your ass. They get back in the dollar as the dollar rises. Then when the dollar gets up, they go ahead and start buying stocks back when everybody else got out. This is where millionaires and billionaires are made. If we have a market crash, be in the dollar waiting and buy at the bottom. Daily close. Did the daily close? Sorry, guys. I kind of got into that a little too. Let's put it on the daily. Nothing significant on the daily close. We're still below the 21 EMA, which is 37.9, and we're above the 13 at 36.7. So nothing real significant. Could this be a bull flag? Possibly. I don't think it is, because of this bearish divergence here. So I highly doubt that this is a bull flag, but if it was, what would the measured move be? The measured move would be around 41.6 to 42,000, if that was the case, which I don't think it is, but I could be wrong. Ron said this guy must work for JP Morgan. He's obviously the best. I invested 2,000 USD with him and have made we got some scam shillers. Yeah, guys, be careful of the scam comments. They're getting horrible again under the videos. When you're watching any YouTuber, make sure their name is highlighted if it is one of the YouTubers on any channel you're watching, because them scammers are relentless. They copy our names, put them in the comment. I'll never tell you to invest in anything. I'll never tell you to talk to my investor. I'll never tell you to go to WhatsApp. I don't have WhatsApp. I'll never have WhatsApp. Michael, thank you for the super chat. What's up? Great stuff as usual. Be blessed, brother. Thanks, man. You do the same. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's not looking very bullish right now, guys, to me. I know who was it? Crypto Blood today was talking about it getting the bounce here, which if you're listening to someone and just block it out and say it can't happen, you're going to get screwed in the markets. Period, point blank. So you got to take a look at that stuff. And I do see that we could pump up, like I said, just not past 47,000. If we did, that would invalidate my count. But I don't think we're going to go up from here. I think we're going to come down. And reason being, talked about it with Ethereum. Ethereum is looking ugly. If you are in any alts right now, I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice, but I would not touch an altcoin right now. Wouldn't even think about it. Moonboys Shiller's Scamware. What's up, Baxter? Yeah, guys, make sure to smash the like. Thanks for reminding me, guys. It takes 2 seconds 2 seconds. That's all it takes. Just go down under the video right there and hit that thumbs up. That helps the channel out more than you know. You think 07 Bitcoin tanks with accelerated tanking? Oh, G7 Bitcoin talks? I don't know. We'll see. I don't really, like I said, guys, I don't pay attention to the news. You know, like everybody blamed the dumps on Elon. If you were around this channel, we had called all this back on March 24th. You can check out my video when I called the Wyckoff method, or the Wyckoff theory, or yeah, method, I'm sorry. I called this back on March 24th. I said the high would be between 63 and 64. And that's pretty much exactly where we got, guys. And I actually drew this line in on that video, March 24th. You can go back and check it out. But it played out beautifully. Had nothing to do with Elon's tweets. It had nothing to do with none of that crap. Why do you do this? Do you get any pleasure from it, this channel? Yeah, I do. When I started the channel, I just did it to throw my ideas out there. And I like to try to help people out. I hope people are able to learn something watching this. It changed my life and it can change yours. Learning to trade is awesome, but this gives me something to do. Like you guys, you know, I quit my job last year. Thankful, or thank crypto. But yeah, I have time to do it. Trying, it's like a hobby to me. I enjoy it. Totally enjoy it. Zana, best analysis I've seen is from you, Savvy. Love your TA. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Everyone else use the flipped chart. BTC will fall. It will survive. It will be more regulated and have help in various ecosystems. And I hope it does. It may. Chances are it will, but there's no guarantees, man. This was a long signal on the 4-hour EMA candle strategy. No, it wasn't, and I'll show you why. Let's go into that daily. And you said a long on the 4-hour. It was not, and I'll tell you exactly why. Let me get this stuff off here. So, if you watch the EMA strategy, the next candle after the cross needs to open and close. Well, actually, yeah, if you use the strategy we are now, we need the candle to open and close above the 8 EMA. But we did have one here. I don't really trust it because we had 2 that dropped below the EMA before it closed. So be cautious. But yeah, it could be. It's possible. If it is, let's take a look at this. But yeah, I don't really trust that one just for the fact it didn't come out strong, and these 2 candles right here, these 2 4-hour candles after the cross, did not open and close above the 8 EMA here. But let's take a look at this. What would this measured move be if we broke out of this triangle? That would get us up to close to that 200 EMA. Around the 40,100 range. Will we get there? I don't trust this as a breakout. And that EMA strategy, like I said, when I do it, I like to see the open and close. Let's look at some crosses over here. Where are we at here? This one here. After the cross, we had an open and close down here. We did get an uptick, but we did fall much further down. But yeah, when you're doing the EMA strategy, guys, watch my video. The candle after the cross should open and close above all EMAs. If it's a long signal, if it's a short, it should open and close below all down there. So if you guys aren't familiar, right here there are a couple just short tutorials on the EMA strategy. There's how to use the RSI, how to look for divergence, finding patterns in the chart. Definitely check them out. They're free. There's also a BYBIT tutorial. Like I said, for those of you that want to learn how to trade, there's also Prime XBT. And one of the other cool things about Prime XBT, like I said, they don't trade against you. And Salahadin Salah from Casablanca here. Savvy, I love your unemotional approach. Most honest guy out there. Thanks, man. I really do appreciate that. I forgot what I was saying, but hopefully you guys remember. Savvy, I appreciate the honest opinion, and we're going to the moon every day. Versus we're going to the moon every day. Thanks, man. Like I said, I'm open to whatever happens, but I just tell you guys what I'm seeing in the chart. And I'm not saying that we can't go to the moon. I've never said that. But I have things that are telling me that we're not going to. I would like to hear what you used to do, a little about you, see what you're all about before I start following you. Lewis, join the Discord. A lot of people in there know I do. I actually did manual labor for about 20 years, and then I ended up I got into sales, and then I ended up opening a branch for a company out here, running it for a few years, built the company, and then I got into crypto. I also owned another company with the owner of that company, sold that, quit working there, and went full-time crypto. Oh, Prime XBT, that's what I was talking about. On Prime, you can put in multiple trades. It does not clump them all together like the other one. So if you're in a longer term long and you want to put some short scalps in or long scalps, they're all separate. It doesn't clump all your orders into one. Definitely watch the tutorial though. It does teach you how to use the margin. A lot of people get confused with that, and it's really very simple, but you have to watch this tutorial here to understand it, unless you already understand it, of course. Savvy must be kicking himself for missing the BTC move from 13K to 65K. See, that's what people don't understand. I traded and accumulated a bunch of Bitcoin, and I sold them right around it was around 14,000, 14,500, but I kept two. That's what people don't understand. I kept two, and trading those two, I've made a hell of a lot more than I would have if I just held and kept, it doesn't matter if the price goes up or down when you're trading. You can make a whole lot more money than just holding, period. People don't understand that because they just hold it. So all of you that are holding and just hoping it goes up, and if it don't go up, you're screwed. Learn how to trade, because you can make a killing shorting the market. I have been making a killing the last few days alone, shorting the market. All these little pumps, just short them. And I made a shitload of money when I sold, because my dollar cost average was next to nothing, because I was trading for years accumulating Bitcoin, and I sold the shit out of them. I would rather sell too early than buy the top like everybody that bought the top up there. Look at them now. Don't think the Moon Boys will handle a crypto summer scenario. Can you look at Elron? Now, I'm not going to look at no alts now. Like I said, was just kind of watching this close, a daily close, and nothing special. Like I said, I'm still looking at this hidden bearish divergence. Let me get that off of there. So anyways, thanks for stopping in, guys. Don't forget to smash the likes if you haven't already. I am going to get out of here. Don't forget to check out my affiliate links down below. I'm going to watch a movie with the wife, so I won't be, please don't show alts in here. I'm going to watch a movie with the wife, so I won't be in Discord. I may later after the movie if I don't fall asleep, but other than that, guys, have a great day. Don't forget to join the free Discord. The link's down in the bottom also. And give me a follow at CryptoSavvy1 on Twitter. Thanks, guys. I'm out.